Hello everyone, welcome to Connection, Communication, and Content, our discussion today. It's something I've been sitting with for a few weeks. There are so many of us out there and we're in the age of connectivity. 7 billion people on this planet, and we all tend to believe that we are the ones who are in the right, that we are the ones who know the most. And I don't know about you, but just even agreeing on what to have for dinner in your household definitely reveals differences of opinion, and even going to restaurants can reveal differences of opinion. So communication and connection in this day and age is really important. So just realize it can be hard to agree these days, especially when it comes to politics and religion. And I see so much on Facebook and Instagram and out there in person where people are just clashing. So just know that every thought that you have and every word that you say and every action that you take has a ripple effect. And there's no getting around how many people there are in this world. So just to illustrate that point, if you're watching, if you could just let me know where you're watching from, to show that, we're all connected no matter where we're at in the world. And then also with that connection is how moods travel fast. So I don't know about you, you'll go on to Facebook or Instagram to distract yourself from something, and you end up in a mood because someone else is in a mood. You see someone's post, they're either ranting or in a rage about something, or you'll see some passive aggressive comment. And if it's not illustrating who it's aimed at, you think, oh, did I make this person upset? Is it me? So try to avoid those comments on social media. It's not benefiting anyone. Speaking of that, we all have our own thoughts and inner world. There's so many people, 7 billion people, and there's no way we're all going to agree on politics, religion, lifestyle choices. And we do have to be mindful of the content we're putting out there. So no matter how we feel on the inside, know that whatever you project onto the outside world is going to have a ripple effect on everyone else, whether you like it or not, whether you agree that that's true. A simple illustration of that is when you're walking down the hall of your work building and you see someone who's angry and upset. You tend not to want to encounter them face to face. You're hoping they don't stop and talk to you, right? Same with social media. So if you're projecting something online that is coming from a place of anger or fear or pain, you're not bringing people closer, you're pushing them away. And I really just feel like that needs to be said a little more often these days. And speaking of that, you want to know who your audience is when you're on social media, and whether what you're going to say is going to have any benefit to anyone else. Is it just you spilling your negative feelings onto that social media feed? Is that really going to benefit anyone? Or is it you trying to get someone to relate to your experience? And that's fine. You're welcome to share your anger, your sorrow, your beliefs. Just be mindful of who's watching. So for example, I know that there's friends and family, former colleagues, artists, writers. I have a very wide audience on this Facebook Live feed, and I thank all of you for watching. If you get a chance to tell me what city and town you're watching from, just to show how that connectivity is working from across the country, across the seas, that would be really helpful for me. And going live, people can see your facial expressions, your tone of voice. That kind of thing is really hard if you're just putting up a post and putting words out there without any body language to follow. Humans thrive on face-to-face connection and interaction, and putting up those posts that are just words or maybe some pictures isn't giving a clear story. So when you get reactions you're not expecting, just be mindful of that. And just a personal example, my food posts. I've been doing a lot of those, as you know. And when we first started going into a plant-based diet, I would put out certain, what I thought were funny vegan memes, and it did not strike a lot of people as funny. Thanks, Peter from New York. And nothing sucks the humor out of a post faster than someone who doesn't get the humor that you are trying to put out there on social media. And you either have to ignore those comments or explain that it's supposed to be funny, and then it's not funny anymore. And hello, Amani from Florida. Thanks for chiming in. So again, be mindful of the content you're putting out there on social media. If you are trying to market yourself, you need to be mindful of who you want to attract. You know, for me personally, it's people who want to embrace a healthier version of themselves, a more empowered version of themselves, for people who are ready to shed that people pleaser status and actually be who they truly are from the inside out and be fearless about expressing that. And that takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of time and practice. So, you know, be mindful of the content you're putting out there. If you can be fearless and bold and authentic, it liberates others to do the same, if that's what you're trying to attract in your life. If you're going to rant on social media, you know, maybe take that 30 seconds to just breathe and think about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and how your audience is likely to receive it, because you do need to be mindful of that. I have already unfriended some people because they had very hateful comments that were obviously coming from a place of pain and fear, and it wasn't their first time doing so. And so I had to just let them go. If your newsfeed tends to be that, which is always negative or constantly coming from a place of fear and pain, I myself am just going to let you out of my social media space. I don't need that energy in there. You know, as for sharing your joys and your milestones, you know, that is a huge boost for everyone. We could use more positive energy in anywhere you go. We could use more smiles. We could use more encouragement. And as for the trolls, it's up to you whether you want to keep them or not. I've kept a few of mine and let go a few of mine, and you may think I don't have any, but I do. And if they're watching, I'm sure they'll have something to say either in private or in the messenger feed. Up to them. There are some people who have negative things to say, but if it's constructive criticism, I'm willing to listen. And if it's just truly coming from a place of fear and pain, at some point I'm going to realize that I'm not going to influence them in a positive way. I'm just going to have to let them go, and I do. And then your champions and fans. If you're on social media, you have people who are a fan of you. That's how this works. And if you are a fan of someone, let them know. I try to let other people know by liking, commenting, engaging on their feed, checking in on them. Make yourself heard and known, and champion other people, especially if they're going out of their way to be bold and brave and try new things. We all need the encouragement. So if someone's putting themselves out there, let them know that you see them and that you champion them, and that will create some more positive energy for yourself and for the world at large. So in today's world of connections, we need to be mindful of how we come across. You know, before you speak, really think about what you want to say. And when you say it, be mindful of the responses you might get and act on the responses. You know, if you didn't come across clearly, people are going to let you know in some way. So curate that as well. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you embrace the idea that we're all in this together, that we're all going to have our own opinions and lifestyles, and that the only thing we can do is express our viewpoint in an intelligent way and hopefully in a positive way that brings people closer instead of pushes them away. So have a great week ahead, and I wish you all a fabulous, peaceful, kind, fun, and funny week. Thanks.